Hi, my name is Victoria and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I thought it would be fun to do I think a booktuber's tag, I think this was called. I don't truly remember because this video was planned out like 6 months ago and I'm just now doing it. But whatever this video is called is what I'm doing. But I thought this would be a fun little introduction to me and my channel and to kind of like let people get to know me better before they decide that they want to invest in the content that I'm planning on creating. I'm gonna answer some of these questions. So let's get into it. The first question is, why did I decide to start my channel? I wanted to do YouTube for a long time. Like since I was like 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't really know. I've wanted to do it for a really long time. And I've just never done it because I've never been super comfortable in front of a camera. I think for me, I just didn't feel like I had the energy and the commitment to actually do YouTube. I'm now a little bit older, I'm a lot more comfortable in front of a camera than I was when I was 16. And I just wanted to kind of be able to have my own space to talk about the things that I love, which are books, but it's also comic books and my favorite TV shows and movies. And so this channel is kind of like a place for me to talk about my hyperfixations and the things that I love and enjoy, but also to share it with the community of people, because I've often been like that person that has something that they love a lot, and then a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times, I have no one to talk to it about. And so I kind of just, this channel is kind of just my space to talk about and like fangirl and freak out about shows and movies and TV shows and books and authors and things that I love. And hopefully, and my hope is to create a space for people who don't have people to talk about certain things to be able to come to my channel and be as excited about certain things as I am excited about it. So, but I guess the answer to the question is I want to get more out of my comfort zone, and I also want to create a sense of community and just to make more friends through the BookTube community, the booktube community, the community. Uh, the second question is, what do I bring to booktube? I don't want to say like, I don't want to be like that person that's like I bring my good vibes and energy, but I guess I do bring my vibes and energy. I think the vibes and energies you get of a person when you watch their content really is the deciding factor on whether or not, at least for me, whether or not I stick around for your channel. Because if I get weird iffy vibes from your channel, then I'm less likely to like subscribe or less likely to view your content and or subscribe to your content, because so I just want to bring like positive energy, good vibes, no, positive energy, but I think, and honestly though, but if I'm being honest with you, I don't really entirely know what I bring to this channel yet, because I'm still very new to this whole making content and talking kind of a camera thing, and I'm still trying to figure out what my thing is in terms of talking about. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what this channel really is. Like, I do want it to mainly be about books, because that is the thing that I am very, like, that is my whole thing. Like, I love reading. I love books. I want to share my love of reading with other people who don't know really where to start or what to read, or who want to read really badly and just don't know where to start. I want to be, a guiding hand. But I'm still trying to figure out everything with the channel, because I think at some point down the line, I want this channel to also be, where I talk about movies and TV shows or comics or, whatever hyperfixation I have, that week. So this channel is gonna be a lot of things, mainly books, but I think all I can say right now is that I bring my vibes, my good vibes to this channel. The next question is, what do I love to read? I read a lot of things, mainly fiction. Like, I love to read just about everything, but I'm mainly a fiction girl. Like, I'm a bit of a history buff. Like, I like to read about history, especially Black history in general. Like, I'm really into that, but I really am a fictional person because because reading is a great way to escape our reality sometimes, and I think I often need a little bit base from reality sometimes because adulting is hard. So sometimes reading is a great way to escape my reality just for a little bit. Reading fiction more specifically. Fiction, I get to like laugh and fall in love with characters written by amazing authors. And so read fantasy, mystery, romance, like I just the other day bought a drug diary book. Like and as much as I complain about that series, I'm gonna read that drug diary book. You know, because I like reading and I think it's just a great way. I'm slowly creeping more into my fantasy era, but I mean like a mystery and a romance girly. But your girl's very slowly creeping into her fantasy. Like it's growing on me. Like it wasn't my original love, but it's growing. Okay, so what is this? This is question 4. The question 4 is what series got me into reading? It's probably 2 series. I literally just talked about one of them, but 2 series, which is uh, Percy Jackson, because I feel like Percy Jackson. I mean, I grew up in New York, so I feel like being in New York, you're just destined to read Percy Jackson books. Like, yeah, it's one of those book series that like you're gonna see. So like that really got me into reading and got me into my love of Greek mythology. But the second book is the Dark Diary books, which I think for me was like the first real like series I read, because I think the Percy Jackson books I might have read out of order, if I'm being honest. I might have read out of order, but the Dark Diary books was one of the first books that like it was one of the first series that was coming out as I was reading them. So like I read the first two books came out, I read the first 2 books, and then as the books came out, I was reading the books as they came out. Where I think as for Percy Jackson, most of the books were out by the time I decided that I was going to start reading it. Those 2 series are really like the fundamental reason why I think that I love reading as much as I do, because the way that I carried at least my Dark Diary book around with me everywhere. My mom used to have to like take the book. When it was like time to go to bed, my mom used to have to take books for me because I would read that series so often. They make up those look are part of me and make up part of who I am. But those look are part of who I am and why I love reading so much. The next question is, what do I hope that my viewers would take away from my videos? Honestly, like serotonin and enjoyment. Like it's back to kind of what I kind of bring to booktube, and for me it's generally like I just want people to have a space, it's back to that whole thing. Like I want people to have a space where they feel comfortable to like enjoy the things that they like and not feel like they're being judged or made to feel bad about it, which I guess is the same thing, but I just kind of want to create a space. And I just want people to watch my video and say, I enjoyed that video. Like I want that video to make you, giggle, laugh, fangirl, or just even a little bit happy. If you're having a bad day, like I want to bring good energy to other people. The next question, I don't know what this is. I don't know what number this is, whatever number on the screen. But next question is, what challenges do I think I will have with my channel, with the channel? And I think the big things for me really is, book slumps, of course, because earlier this year I was in a like 6 month book slump. Technical difficulties with my mic and fingers crossed. I mean, from what I heard of the audio, I think it sounds fine, but I had technical difficulties with my mic. So if you see my mic on this side now, it's because I was worried that it wasn't gonna sound fine, but the audio sounds fine. So just ignore it. But the question that I was answering is, what challenges do I think I will have with this channel? And basically, I said book slumps, obviously, because in the beginning of the year I was in a huge book slump and I'm struggling to just read anything. I'm I had to lower my reading goal because it was like 150, but because I wasn't reading for like 6 months, I was only reading like 3 or 4 books a month. Obviously that wasn't going to be attainable. Or to 75 just to be safe. But the thing I think is also going to be consistency, at least for me, because I think it's much as I want to be committed and as much as I want to be consistent with the channel, I know that life is life and things happen, and I'm not always going to be able to make content when I want to make content or produce content the way that I want to. And so I think that's just going to be hard. But, you know, I definitely am going to do my best to commit and to make content. Even if it's only like a 5-minute video, I'm going to try to produce content and create something for this channel just to continue to push my dedication to my dedication and commitment to doing YouTube for me, if not anything else. Okay, so the next question is, where do I read? So I often read kind of like in my bed, but I also like reading on the train, which I don't know if that's like a New Yorker thing or just like I don't know if other people really say that, but I like reading on the train, like specifically physical books, like because I can read on my Kindle and I can read on my phone anywhere, but physical books sometimes are hard for me to read. Like sometimes I like to be in an outside environment, even though I don't like taking my physical books outside because they're more likely to get messed up because the outside is outside. I think just on the train, it's like if you have like an hour train ride or even 45 minutes on the train, reading a book is so like calm and relaxing to me when it's not a crazy train. When you're riding the train at a good time of the day, or when you're coming home and you can get a seat on the train and you're just reading, it's my favorite. It's my favorite things to do. But I also like sitting outside and reading and getting like that fresh air. But my favorite place is generally my bed. You know, it's just the most comfortable space for me to read my books. It's the most comfortable place for me to read my books. So, this next question, I don't know what number it is. What are my favorite series? What's my favorite series? So my favorite series, I will say it's the Dreamland Billionaire series by Lauren Asher. It's the Play for Keeps series by Becca Mack. I would definitely say it's the Legendborn series by Tracy Dion. Love that series. It's because I talked a little bit about my fantasy era. Like I'm currently rereading Legendborn, so and it's putting me back in my little fantasy era. I mean, it's not really fantasy; it's more mystical, magical, but in my head, it's like close to the same thing. The New Haven series by J.L. Seeger, I believe that's how I pronounce her name, and if I didn't, I'm so sorry. If you honestly have not read that series, please go do it because it's everything. I love it. It's one of my favorite series ever. Obviously, the Dark Diary series because there's something wrong with me, and I continue to buy and read that series. The Percy Jackson series, also. Talia Herbert, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. Love me the Brown Sisters. Like that series, love it. The Hoop Shot series by Kennedy Ryan, like that series tears every time. And I want to say my favorite currently that I constantly keep going back to. Is the Calloway sisters and the Addicted series because I don't know what it is about that series and what is about what it is about those characters. But when I tell you that I love that book series so much, like I don't know how to put into words how much I love that series. Like that is it's probably in my top 3 series. Like and I guess this other one is really not book related, but technically it is a book. It's a comic book. It's the Young Justice series because I'm reading that right now because I found the ones that my brother bought me for Christmas a couple years back, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't read this in so long, and it's my favorite thing right now. Like, it makes me want to get back and reread comics again. Okay, I think that's all the questions I have for this video. Hopefully the video was helpful and informative to help you get a better perspective on me and my channel and my hopes and goals and dreams for it. This video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and or comment if that's something you want to do. If you want to follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, the links will be below, but it'll also be on the screen if I can do that. And over there's content that I've already made, more so book related if you want to see the stuff that I've already done before I started this channel. And please comment below some ideas because I have a couple, but I would love to hear what kind of content you would love to see me create in the future. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I'm not gonna lie, I just noticed that my sticker fell off because I can see it in my mirror. This is gonna be so much fun to edit. Yay.